Alcohols Part 6 Reaction with electrophilic multiple bonds. Grignard reagents are useful because they add to electrophilic double bonds of carbonyl group. However, we must make sure that only electrophilic double bonds in solution is the one we want to reagent to attack. There must be no electrophilic double or triple bonds in the solvent or in Grignard reagent itself, or they will be attacked as well. Any multiple bond involving a strongly electronegative element is likely to be attacked, including CO, S double bond O, C double bond N, N double bond O, and C triple bond N bonds. In later chapters, we will encounter methods for protecting substitutable groups to prevent the reagent from attacking them. For now, simply remember that following group react with Grignard reagent and lithium reagent. Avoid compounds containing these groups except for the one carbonyl group that gives our desired reaction. Protonate the Grignard or organolithium OH, NH, SH, C triple bond CH. Attack by Grignard or organolithium reagent, that is C double bond O, C double bond N, C triple bond N, S double bond O, and N double bond O. Next is reduction of carbonyl group, synthesis of primary and secondary alcohols. Grignard reagents convert carbonyl compound to alcohols by adding alkyl group. Hydride reagents add hydride ion, that is H negative, reducing the carbonyl group to an alkoxide ion with no additional carbon atom. Subsequent protonation gives the alcohol. Converting a ketone or an aldehyde to an alcohol involve adding two hydrogen atoms across C double bond O bond. A reduction mechanism shows the mechanism for this reduction. The two most useful reagents are sodium borohydride, that is NaBH4, and lithium aluminium hydride, that is LiAlH4, reduce carbonyl group in excellent yield. These reagents are called complex hydrides because they do not have a simple hydride structure such as Na plus H minus and Li plus H minus. Instead, their hydrogen atoms bearing a partial positive, partial negative charges are covalently bonded to a boron and aluminium atom. This arrangement makes the hydride a better nucleophile while reducing its basicity. So there is mechanism hydride reduction of carbonyl group. The reaction first is nucleophilic attacked by hydroid ion form an alkoxide ion. Second reaction is after the first reaction is complete, water or dilute acid is added to protonate the alkoxide and our required alcohol is formed. So in this example here we taken cyclopentanone and we use our reducing agent sodium borohydride. In first step, nucleophilic attack is take place by the hydride ion to form an alkoxide ion. After the hydrolysis of that alkoxide ion, our cyclopentanol is our main product is formed over here. Aluminium is less electronegative than boron, so more of the negative charge in AlH4 minus ion is borne by the hydrogen atom. Therefore, lithium aluminium hydride LaH is much stronger reducing agent and it is much more difficult to work with than sodium borohydride LaH, that is lithium aluminium hydride reacts exclusively with water and alcohols, liberating hydrogen gas and sometimes starting fire. Sodium borohydride reacts slowly with alcohols and with water as long as pH is high, that is basic. Sodium borohydride is a convenient and highly selective reducing agent. Usage of sodium borohydride. Sodium borohydride, that is NaBH4, reduces aldehyde to primary alcohols and ketones to secondary alcohols. The reaction takes place in a wide variety of solvent including alcohols, ethers and water. The yield are generally excellent. So there is an example, that is cyclohexene carbaldehyde. In this example we take cyclohexene carbaldehyde and we use sodium borohydride in our solvent ethanol solvent. So our required product cyclohexyl methanol, that is 95%, is formed over here, which is a good yield. If we have but2-on and we use sodium borohydride, then our butane-2-ol, that is 100%, is formed over here. Sodium borohydride is selective. It usually does not react with carbonyl group that are less reactive than ketone and aldehyde. For example, carboxylic acids and esters are unreactive towards sodium borohydride reduction. Thus, sodium borohydride can reduce a ketone or an aldehyde in the presence of acid or an ester. So there is a reaction given over here in which the esteric group is not affected by the sodium borohydride, but our ketonic group is affected by the sodium borohydride. Uses of lithium aluminium hydride. Lithium aluminium hydride, that is LiAlH for abbreviated as LAH, is a much stronger reducing agent than sodium borohydride. It easily reduces ketone and aldehyde and also the less reactive carbonyl groups, those in acids, esters and other derivatives. LAH reduces ketone to secondary alcohol and it reduces aldehyde, acid and esters to primary alcohol. The lithium salt of alkoxide ion is initially formed, then addition of dilute acid protonates the alkoxide. For example, LAH reduced both functional groups of keto-ester in previous example. So here this is an example given over here in which our esteric group as well as ketonic group is both affected by the lithium aluminium hydride. So in summary, sodium borohydride is best reagent for reduction of simple ketone or aldehyde. Using NaBH4 we can reduce ketone or an aldehyde in presence of acid and ester. But we do not have a method so far for reducing an acid and ester in the presence of a ketone or an aldehyde. The sluggish acid or ester requires the use of lithium aluminium hydride, and this reagent also reduces ketone or aldehyde. So there is a summary given over here and with reactions of lithium aluminium hydride and NaBH4. So aldehyde can be reduced into primary alcohol by lithium aluminium hydride as well as sodium borohydride. Similarly, we have ketone can be reduced into secondary alcohol by sodium borohydride and lithium aluminium hydride. There is no effect on alkene of sodium borohydride and lithium aluminium hydride. If we have any kind of acid, anion, so there is no effect, there is no reduction possible by sodium borohydride, but our lithium aluminium hydride reduces into it alcohol. Similarly, if we have ester, there is no reaction occur by sodium borohydride, but our lithium aluminium hydride convert into it primary alcohol. Our next topic is catalytical hydrogenation of aldehydes and ketones. Reducing a ketone or an aldehyde to an alcohol involves the adding two hydrogen atoms across C double bond O bond. This addition can be accomplished by catalytical hydrogenation, commonly used by Raney-Nichols as an catalyst. Raney-Nichols is a finely divided hydrogen bearing from nickel made by treating nickel aluminium alloy with strong sodium hydroxide solution. The aluminium in alloy reacts it to form hydrogen, leaving behind a finely divided nickel powder saturated with hydrogen. Raney-Nichols is an effective catalyst for an hydrogenation of ketone and aldehyde to alcohols. Carbon-carbon double bonds are also reduced under these conditions. However, so any alkene double bond in starting material will be reduced. In most cases, sodium borohydride is most convenient for reducing simple ketones and aldehydes. So there is an example given over here, that is 2,2-dimethyl pent-4-ene-1-ol. If we use hydrogen in the presence of Raney-Nichols, then our double bonds and our aldehyde group both will reduce. But if we use sodium borohydride over here, our double bond is not affected, only aldehyde group is only affected, and our final product, if we use H2 over Raney-Nichols, our final product is 2,2-dimethyl pentane-1-ol, but in case of sodium borohydride, our product is 2,2-dimethyl 4-ene-1-ol. Now we will talk about thiols, marceptons. Thiols are a sulfur analog of alcohols with an SH group in the place of alcohol, that is OH group. Oxygen and sulfur in the same column of the periodic table with a oxygen in second row and sulfur in third. IUPAC names for thiols are derived from the alkane names using the suffix thiol. Thiol are also called mercaptans, that is mercury captures mercury because they form stable heavy metal derivatives. Common names are formed like those of alcohols using the name of alkyl group with the word mercaptan. The SH group itself is called mercapto group. There are some examples. First, the compound name is methane thiol and its common name is methyl mercaptan. Second is butane 1 thiol and its common name is N-butyl mercaptan, and similarly we have but2-ene 1 thiol and 2-mercaptoethanol. Thiol's ability to complex heavy metals has proved useful for making antidotes to heavy metal poisoning. For example, in World War II, the Allies were concerned that the German would use lewisite, a volatile arsenic compound, as a chemical warfare agent. Thiol complex strongly with arsenic, and British scientists developed a dimer caprol, that is 2,2,2,3 dimercaptan propane 1-ol, as an effective antidote. The Allies come to refer to this compound as British anti-lewisites BAL. A name of that is still used. Dimercaprol is also useful against a variety of heavy metal including arsenic, mercury and gold. Lewisite dimercaprol, British anti-lewisite. The order of thiol is the strongest characteristic. Skunk scent is composed mainly of 3-methylbutane 1 thiol and but2-ene 1 thiol with a small amount of other thiols. Ethane thiol is added to a natural gas, that is odorless methane, to give it a characteristic gassy odor of detecting leaks. Although oxygen is more electronegative than sulfur, thiols are more acidic than alcohols. The enhanced acidity results from two effects. First, SH bond are generally weaker than OH bond, making SH bond easier to break. Second, thiolate ion, that is Rs negative ion, has its negative charge on sulfur, which allows to charge to be delocalized over a large region than a negative charge of an alkoxide ion born on a small oxygen. Thiolate ions are easily formed by treating the thiol with aqueous sodium hydroxide. So there is a reaction over given here, that is ethane thiol is react with sodium hydroxide aqueous, then our ethane thiolate ion is formed over here. Thiols can be prepared by SN2 reactions of sodium hydrosulfide with unhindered alkyl halides. The thiol product is still nucleophilic, so large excess of hydrosulfide is used to prevent the product from undergoing second alkylation to give sulfide RSR. Unlike alcohols, thiols are easily oxidized to give dimer called disulfide. The reverse reduction of disulfide to thiols take place under the reducing conditions. Formation and cleavage of disulfide linkage is an important aspect of protein chemistry, where disulfide bridges between cysteine amino acid residue holds the protein chain in an active conformation. More examples of disulfide bridges appear in section 24.8c. So there is an example given over here of 2-cysteine residue. If it is oxidized, then our cysteine disulfide bridge is formed, and if it is reduced, again 2-cysteine residue is formed. Just mild oxidation converts thiol to disulfides. Vigorous oxidation converts them sulfonic acids, KMNO4 or nitric acid, that is HNO3, or even bleach NaOCl, sodium hypochlorite, can be used as the oxidant for this reaction. Any Lewis structure of sulfonic acid requires the either separation of formal charge or more than 8 electrons around the sulfur. Sulfur can have expanded octet as it does in SF6, that is 10 electron, and SF6, that is 12 electron, SF4 10 electron. The three resonance forms shown here are most commonly used. The organic chemist tends to use the formation with an expanded octet, and inorganic chemist tends to use the forms with charge separation. So there is an thiol which is used under oxidation conditions, so our sulfonic acids is formed over here. Simply, if we have benzene thiol and if we heat it with HNO3, then our benzene sulfonic acid is formed over here.